Well, I guess, so there's a whole philosophy in warfare, which is the strategy of the indirect approach, which means instead of me assaulting you head on, I am going to maneuver around to your flank
right.
and attack you from an area where you're not reinforced. And, I always joke with people that we learn the opposite of the indirect approach. We learn that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Mm-hmm. So if I've got a problem with Jordan, what I should do is go, hey, Jordan, I noticed that in the meeting today, you talk like this. I didn't like that.
Yeah, right.
And that seems like it's the best way to handle things. It's direct, take that direct approach.
Yeah.
But when I use that direct approach and I attack you, I attack your ego, what's going to happen? Your ego defenses are going to come up. You're not going to want to listen. You're going to be argumentative about the whole thing.
Yeah, we're in a power struggle.
What'd you call it? A
primate dominance hierarchy struggle.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes. We don't want to get into
No, we don't. No. Unless your goal is primate dominance, right? Which is not, well, that's a better goal than abject failure, but it's not the highest goal. No. And a problem like that, if there's a meeting and it goes sideways, the most appropriate approach to that, I would say, is certainly not to ignore it. Although if it only happened once, you could probably file it away for further consideration and not act immediately on it unless it happened again, right? Because you don't want to jump the gun. But my approach in a situation would be something like, I was watching that meeting, and here's a bunch of things that went well as far as I'm concerned. But I thought this one part, to me, seemed to slip sideways. And the discussion got counterproductive. And I'm wondering if you saw that and what you think happened. Mm-hmm. And that's that embedding it in a more positive message, that's also extremely helpful, because lots of times too, you see when people are negotiating and they're on a trajectory of success, they forget to start the discussion with that. It's like, given that we're on a trajectory of success and these are a bunch of things that you've done right and we've done right, here's something we might be able to improve. Well, that's a lot easier on people. And it's certainly not a strategy of avoidance. And then it does have that investigative quality because you don't know, right? And sometimes you think things went sideways and that was actually the person's intent because they felt that someone needed to be corrected and maybe they're right. Maybe it was time to produce a bit of an emotional disruption and there was a strategy behind it. You don't know. So
that's why it has to be an earnest question,
Yeah.